What's up, V2 crew? This is Unknown here, and I'm going to answer a question that was posted as a comment on one of the previous videos. And that was, how do I feel about going for a country rank as opposed to a world rank in terms of leaderboards? And I think this applies not only to trophy hunting, but to pretty much anything, really, esports wise, or what have you, just anything in general. And I think it's still the same concept. Now, granted, this is my stance on the matter, so don't get offended if you're really competitive. My stance is it still boils down to the same thing, right? It's just a different degree of magnitude, I guess, different. Essentially, I'm pretty against comparing your online profiles to other people, be this on PlayStation, Xbox, Instagram posts, or YouTube likes and dislikes, Twitter likes and dislikes, because you don't know the backstory. You don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. Their lives could be freaking miserable. You don't know. It could just be they're faking things. They're buying view bots, or they're paying people to do trophies for them, or what have you. And this might be a little different in terms of competitions, where it would be like some chess competition where you actually have to go and compete against the other person right there. But even then, you don't know. The other person, maybe that's their life, just practicing chess, and you play chess 20 minutes a day or something instead of 8 hours a day. So there's going to be, no matter what, there's going to be different levels that make the comparison. It's going to affect the comparison, I should say. Anyways, so let's specifically talk more about even trophy competition, just to use it as an example. Now, top of the leaderboards for the world, the accounts basically have every single stack of every single really easy game, and a lot of team accounts, and a lot of just non-gaming nonsense going on up there. But let's boil it down to even like just two friends competing against each other. Now, I know I've heard several people say this in Discord and other places where they would be competing against their friend for plat count or something, and then the friend would just play a bunch of really easy games, and then friend number one would just be like, heck with it. This is just dumb. I didn't realize this was what it was gonna be like, and that's kind of that. And even a lot of trophy competitions that I was in when I was still trophy hunting, it wasn't really. I mean, you could set rules and things, but a lot of it was just scouring through lists to try to find the easiest ultra rares or the fastest games that still met their criteria and what have you. So I guess there's that aspect too. But let's talk about more so the world rank and country rank. So the other thing to take note of would be, yes, you would have to still play like really easy things and really fast stuff potentially, but you wouldn't have to go as extreme. I don't think you wouldn't have to do every single one of them, so it wouldn't burn you out and be as miserable. But like I said, it's still kind of the same concept generally, just to a lesser degree. So maybe it's a little bit better because it's a little bit more in moderation, or at least you could do that a little bit more in moderation. Now, another thing to take into note, though, too, if you're looking at countries, and this would apply not only to PlayStation, but even countries that have, like, I don't know, internet access for other online games or whatnot. But it's going to depend on several factors for that country, such as population size, general access to systems or technologies, and just general interest in the matter. So, based on those, you might be competing against a smaller sample, and you also might be competing against places where they're just not as competitive. Maybe more of them take it just more of a casual thing, or like I said, maybe there's just no one cares about it whatsoever. Maybe you live in a country with a population of 1, and that's you. Then I guess it would just be you doing you, which I support. But like I said, that's just me. So, and then the biggest countries for trophies, I think, biggest regions it seems are EU and Australia, and I guess some US. Although the tops of the leaderboard seem to be a lot more EU related. I think it's because PlayStation's a little bit bigger in the EU, I think, more so than other places in the world. But then you also have a lot of splits. There's a lot of smaller countries making up the EU, so it does divide it quite a bit there. But anyways, I think that's pretty much what I'm gonna say here. I'm gonna wrap it up by saying that please don't make yourself miserable to compare yourself to others online on their online profiles. Like I said, be it Twitter, Instagram, PSN. You don't know their backstory. And unless it's your job, don't make it a chore that you're paying to do. Don't make yourself miserable. But you do you. If you're having fun doing it, go ahead and do it. Just make sure you're doing it for your own reasons, and don't do it because you're being influenced by something else. And stay positive about it. Make sure it's fun. Keep things interesting. Keep things fun. We work so that we can have fun with our money, right? And maybe save it up and do some good in the world too. So, anyways, guys, with that being said, if you'd like to join the V2 crew, where we game on our own terms, spread some positivity, and try to better ourselves, you could subscribe or post in the Discord or hang out on Twitch. Links will be in the description. Comment below on your thoughts on the matter. And like I said, maybe it's not even trophy related. Maybe it's just competitions in general. And yeah. So everybody have a good night, a good morning. Enjoy your games. Thanks so much for watching. Spread the positivity. You do you and be your V2.